Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started. Micah aka Mia Yim has sent a message to WWE CCO Triple H following her big loss at Saturday night's main event. She lost the finals of the Women's U.S. title tournament to Chelsea Green. At WWE Saturday night's main event, Mia Yim and Chelsea Green gave everything they had in hopes of becoming the first ever Women's United States champion. In the end, Green defeated Yim and became champion. Shortly after Chelsea Green's historic win, WWE CCO Triple H shared a backstage picture with Mia Yim and heaped big praise on her. Yim noticed the photo and sent a one-word message to the game, as can be seen below. Triple H also sent a message to Chelsea Green after her historic win. The WWE Hall of Famer shared a backstage picture with Chelsea Green as well. He posted a heartfelt message in his tweet directed at the new Women's United States champion and said that she had earned the win. Mia Yim had sent a hilarious message ahead of WWE Saturday night's main event. She had an amusing reason why she needed to be the first ever WWE Women's U.S. champion. Here's what she said. "Today is the day that history is going to be made. Now, either win or lose, we are still making history. But that doesn't mean I am any less nervous, because I have to win the Women's United States Championship. Because if I don't, a Canadian will win. And we can't have that. We got this locked in," said Mia Yim. Unfortunately for Micah, it wasn't her night. She's one of the hardest working stars in all of WWE, and her fans would love to see her win the Women's U.S. title somewhere down the line. For now, though, Green holds the belt and is ready to have a lengthy run with it. The arena was electric, the crowd roaring in anticipation for the next high-stakes match at WWE Saturday night's main event. Fans from all corners of the world had gathered to witness the raw intensity of the superstars they had come to love and admire. The atmosphere was thick with excitement, and yet for Mia Yim, one of WWE's most resilient and talented competitors, tonight's match against Chelsea Green was one she'd never forget, but for all the wrong reasons. As the bell rang, Yim and Green locked eyes, each wrestler knowing what was on the line. Yim had proven herself time and time again, but tonight the stakes felt different. A place on the coveted WWE Championship match at the upcoming pay-per-view was up for grabs. The desire for that spot burned in Yim's chest, the pressure mounting as the seconds ticked by. She could hear the fans chanting her name, their support almost tangible in the air. But despite all the love and admiration she had earned over the years, the pressure was more intense than ever before. Mia Yim was no stranger to adversity. She had fought through countless battles, overcome injuries, and faced betrayals. Yet there was something about tonight that felt heavier. Chelsea Green, with her newfound confidence and the arrogance of someone who had learned how to manipulate every situation to her advantage, wasn't going to let the opportunity slip through her fingers. The two women fought fiercely, trading blows, countering each other's signature moves. Yim showcased her skills with a series of lightning-fast kicks and powerful suplexes, but Green's cunning and strategy kept her one step ahead. As the match wore on, Yim began to lose momentum. The crowd could feel the shift, the energy in the arena growing tense. They were still rooting for Yim, but even the most loyal of fans couldn't deny that Green's control was slowly becoming undeniable. The turning point came when Yim attempted her signature defeat, but Chelsea countered with a swift knee to the back of her head, sending Yim crashing to the mat. The crowd gasped in horror as Yim's body hit the canvas with a sickening thud. For a moment, it seemed as though she might not get up. Chelsea Green didn't waste any time. With a sneer, she pulled Yim to her feet, delivering her unprettier finisher. The referee slid into position, counting the pin. 1, 2, 3. The sound of the bell ringing was deafening, and the crowd went silent in shock. Yim had lost. The emotion on her face was raw, defeat, exhaustion, and the weight of her dreams slipping through her fingers all at once. The fans, who had been so supportive just moments ago, erupted into mixed reactions. Some cheered for Chelsea's victory, but most were left speechless, sympathizing with Yim's defeat. She had fought so hard, and yet it wasn't enough. Backstage, Mia Yim sat on a steel chair. Her head hung low. Her usual fiery determination had been replaced with the quiet of defeat. She could still hear the roar of the crowd, but it was distant, muffled by the pounding in her ears. The pressure had finally taken its toll. She had wanted this victory more than anything, and now it seemed like it was out of her reach. She had let herself down. She had let the fans down. And most of all, she had let him down. Triple H. For months, Yim had felt a deep connection to Triple H. He had seen something in her, something that others had missed. It wasn't just about her in-ring ability, but the fire in her soul, the hunger to prove herself. Triple H had given her a chance to shine on the big stage, and that meant everything to her. But now, with her loss to Green, Mia couldn't help but feel as if she had disappointed him. She had wanted to make him proud, to show him that she could hang with the best and take her place at the top. But instead, she was left reeling in the aftermath of failure. Sitting in the dark backstage area, Yim took a deep breath and pulled out her phone. Her fingers hovered over the screen, unsure of what to say. She thought about all the words she could use, the apologies, the promises of a comeback, the excuses she could make for the loss. But none of that felt right. What she felt in her heart was more than just a loss. It was a sense of deep personal failure, and no words could adequately express the weight of it. She opened her messaging app and found Triple H's name in her contacts. Her heart raced, but she steadied herself. She typed only one word. Sorry. She stared at the word, her thumb hovering over the send button. Was it enough? Did she need to say more? No, she realized. The word was simple, but it carried the weight of everything she was feeling in that moment. It wasn't just an apology for the match. It was an apology for not living up to the expectations she had placed on herself, and for failing to meet the trust Triple H had put in her. With a final breath, she hit send. Within moments, Mia's phone buzzed, and her heart skipped a beat. It was a message from Triple H. You have nothing to apologize for. You gave it everything you had. I'm proud of you. Mia blinked back tears as she read the message. His words were like a balm to her wounded soul. She wasn't sure what she had expected. Maybe criticism, maybe silence. But instead, Triple H's response reminded her of why she had started this journey in the first place. Not for the victories, not for the titles, but for the passion and the love of the craft. Mia Yim wiped away a tear and stood up. She was far from done. The loss to Chelsea Green was a setback, yes, but it wasn't the end. There was still so much left for her to accomplish. And with Triple H's words in her heart, she knew that the road ahead might be tough, but she was ready for it. One loss didn't define her. It was only another chapter in her story, one that was far from over. She walked down the hallway, her steps more confident now. The fire within her had not been extinguished. It had only grown stronger. She was coming back, and next time, she would be ready to rise higher than ever before. The journey continued, and Mia Yim wasn't about to let anything, no matter how tough, hold her back.